Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be making a cute little money pouch. What you'll need is some colorful yarn. I chose this one, and you'll also need your darning needle, a button, your scissors, and I'm going to be using a 3.5mm hook. So let's get started. This whole project is going to be done in single crochet, which is a follow-up to the absolute beginners. So let's create a slip knot. If you're not sure how to, please refer back to my video where we did the slip knot. And we're going to start off chaining 22. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so starting from the second stitch from the right, we're just going to single crochet all the way across, and then we are going to do an increase once we get to the end of this row. So you can just continue with your single crochet all across. And then coming up on the corner here, when you look at this last stitch, we will be doing 3 single crochets into this very same stitch, and then coming down on the other side of the project we will be crocheting over this tail and hiding it in neatly. So we want to do another 2 single crochets into this very same stitch you just worked into, and then once you've done that you can just continue working over that tail into the following stitches, just hiding it underneath your work. So just pull nice onto this tail, just hold it there and just work over it. That will save you some time in the end not to have to weave it in. And now that we're nearing the end of this row, we're going to do another 2 single crochets into that last stitch to make it 3. So we've got those 3 stitches and we finished our first round. If you've got this bit of tail left, you can just cut it off now. And then we're finished with the first round, so we need to join it here at the end now with a slip stitch. So just look for where that first stitch was. Just insert your hook right underneath the 2 stitches, and you're just going to basically pull your yarn right through without creating a physical stitch. So just hook it and just pull it right through the hoop, and that is a slip stitch. Okay, so now we're going to chain 1, and then into the very next stitch you're going to do a single crochet, and then into all of the next ones you can just do a single crochet until you get to the last stitch before the turn, and we're going to be doing an increase again. So coming up on that turn, we're going to be doing 2 crochets in this next stitch and then 2 into the following stitch. That will make it 4 increase, and then we'll just do a single crochet all the way till we get to the next turn again. So I've now made 4 stitches into 2 stitches, and we can just single crochet all the way till we get to the other end again, and we'll do another increase. So 2 and 2, and then we're going to join it with a slip stitch. Okay, so that's round 2. So now we'll just do about 12 rounds in a single crochet, no increases into each stitch. And you can just continue joining each round with a slip stitch and chaining 1, and then just continuing like we did for the last 2 rounds. Remember, we're not doing any increases now. So I just want to show you after a couple of rounds what it looks like. It's going to pull in nicely. It's going to start forming a bit of a bucket, and that's what we're looking for. Okay, so I'm coming up on my last round now. I've done about 12 now. Depending on how big you want it to be, you can continue for another few rounds if you wanted to. Okay, so now we're going to make the top part, the flap part. So we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to turn back into this row. We're going to just single crochet all the way across. And when you get to the end, we're just going to chain 1 and turn around, because we don't want to go all the way around again. So chain 1, turn your project around, and work backwards again for another round. You can continue doing this for 8 or 9 rounds. And when you get to the second last row, we're going to do the buttonhole. So coming up on the second last row, we're going to insert the buttonhole over here, going to count 10 stitches, then we're going to skip 3 stitches, and then we're going to do the last remaining stitches. So let's do chain 1 and turn, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we're skipping 1, 2, 3 stitches, and into the 4th stitch we will be joining again. So chain 3, and then just do a single crochet into the 4th one, and then just do a single crochet right across again. Okay, now we're just going to do the last round to make that little buttonhole a bit stronger. So you can just chain 1, turn your project and do a single crochet across, and then when we get to that buttonhole we're going to do 3 stitches over that hole. Just make it a bit stronger. Okay, so 3 stitches over there, starting 1, 2, and 3, and then you can just continue again until you get to the end. Okay, so then you're complete with your buttonhole and all. You can just cut off your tail and we can quickly weave this in. Just do it right underneath that very last row of stitches. Remember to work it backwards again also, just to make sure. Okay, and then you can cut off that piece and we can attach our button. If you fold it over, you can now decide how far you want to pull it and then just kind of measure where you want to put the button. And once you've decided, we can just sew this on there. So the method I use is basically pulling the yarn from the back, leave a bit of tail behind the button, make sure it's in the right place, and then weave it through the front. And then you can turn your project inside out, and then we're first going to tie a knot. Make sure it's where you want it to be. And then this short little tail, we can just immediately hide this. Because it's short, I'm first going to put my needle into the spot where I want to pull it through. And then I will put the yarn through the hole. Just makes it easier to pull it in the direction I want it. And you can just gently pull that through, and that's more than enough. You can just cut that off over here, and then we're just going to work this once more through the button itself. And then we're going to create a little knot. And then we're just going to weave in this last bit in pretty much any direction we wanted to. Okay, and then you can cut off that last bit and your project is complete. So now you can put some money, your bank card, some coins even, whatever you wanted to put in there. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.